Hello and welcome to On the Past, a new series from the Morning Advertiser exploring how pubs are using food to drive trade and footfall in a challenging environment. I'm Phoebe Fraser, and in each episode I'll be talking to chefs across the UK to discuss what's actually working in pubs today. In this episode I'm at the General Tarleton in Ferrinsby speaking with executive chef Aled Williams about guest chef collaborations, local sourcing and what makes a great countryside pub. Aled, thank you so much for joining us. Can you start by telling people a little bit about the General Tarleton for those that don't know?
Yeah, of course. We opened the doors at the end of August last year, so we're sort of still in our first year, so still learning lots, still progressing. Super proud of what we've already achieved in that short time, due to the amazing team that we have here. We're very fortunate. We've obviously got Chef Tommy Banks that obviously inspires us every day because he is obviously God of Yorkshire. He is the reason I'm here because I respect him so much. And yeah, we're very fortunate to have some amazing producers in the vicinity as well. So yeah, great place, but we're still learning lots and still pushing on.
And it's sort of resonated so quickly with consumers and those in the local area. Why do you think that is?
Obviously, opening a brand new place under the umbrella of Chef Tommy is a great place to start because he's got such an amazing reputation. Obviously, 20 years of the Black Swan, being one of the greatest restaurants in the UK. Is a great, so you're already starting with Chef Tommy's reputation. So obviously for us, we have to uphold that as well. So every day, that's the pressure that we put up on ourselves to make sure that obviously we're making Chef Tommy proud. We use amazing ingredients, lots and lots of Yorkshire ingredients, and for me, it's the team we have as well. I think we have a very special team, front and back of the house, very eager to learn. And I think that's the sort of thing when people come here for an experience at the General Tarleton, they can see that we have a team that actually truly cares.
Yeah, definitely. And what did you want this pub to feel like from day one?
I think we've always wanted the GT to be somewhere that you're relaxed to come. I think it's somewhere you can come for different occasions. You can come here for a special occasion and you want to come for a birthday, anniversary or something like that. But you can also come for a drink. We kept the space in the pub that you and I can literally come for a pint if we want to. There's no pressure on you to eat. Obviously, we'd like you to eat, but there is no pressure. You can use the General Tarleton as your local, just to pop in, have a bag of crisps and a pint, no problem. But you can also come and have a 3-course dinner. So you can do whatever the occasion sort of wants it to be.
How would you define a proper Yorkshire pub?
I think a proper Yorkshire pub is all about the hospitality. I think you can come in. I think people are comfortable as well. You can bring your dog into the pub. You can sit there. You can go on a nice long Yorkshire walk. Come in, have a little bit of food with your dog in front of the fire in the winter when it calls for it. But for me, I think Yorkshire pubs are all about the actual hospitality and how you feel. You feel welcome. You feel happy to be there. You feel like you want to stay there for hours maybe, and it's not that sort of thing that potentially some other places you're in and out in half an hour and that sort of thing. But for me, you come here and you feel relaxed and you feel wanted and you feel special when you're in our company. Yeah,
definitely. And Aled, what attracted you to joining Jeopardy Hospitality?
To work along Chef Tommy is my honest answer. I've known Tommy for a long time, but I've always, when I moved to Yorkshire myself 10 years ago, I always said that I'd love to work for Tommy. Underneath in the whole company, there are so many inspirational people from all the senior people from all the restaurants that Tommy has. There's so many people that I look up to and sort of learn a lot from day to day, and we've got such a great connection between the whole team as well. And instantly, as soon as I know that the Jeopardy role was coming up, then I jumped at the opposition.
Yeah. And what does Jeopardy Hospitality allow you to do that would be a bit more difficult if you were totally independent?
I think obviously when we open the door, you're opening the door under a Chef Tommy restaurant, which I think is obviously a little step up from the norm. Obviously, opening a brand new restaurant is always difficult. So we were very lucky to people already know the reputation and the standard that Chef Tommy, has in Yorkshire. For us, we've got a great team. Charlie, the head chef here as well, has worked at the Black Swan, so we know the standard that is expected of us, and it's something that we always rise to. I believe every day.
Tell last night when I had my food. What are the realities of running a rural pub in 2026, and how does it sort of differ from those city centre locations?
I think you've got pros and cons of being rural. I think there's amazing things that we actually have greenery around us. People come here, they come a little staycation, they'll come and stay with us, and we've got amazing Knaresborough and Harrogate on our doorstep. So there's plenty of reasons to come here with some amazing places in the vicinity. Obviously, It's a little bit harder sometimes to attract team members when you're a little bit out of town because you're travelling and stuff. But again, here you can actually see some of your produce being grown, where obviously if you're in the city centre, that's not a sort of thing that when I've worked in London and New York and places like that, you never see the ingredients as a raw ingredient. Really, it comes in a nice little package. But for us, we can actually visit the farms, and we've got amazing people like Spillman's asparagus and wild spore mushrooms, and we can just pop down and actually see this produce being grown. So having connections with the actual suppliers for me is really important. I think it's one of those things that when you actually have a personal connection to people, they will give you a better service, I believe. So for us, people is the main thing. But for me, living in rural Yorkshire, I'm from North Wales, Anglesey originally, so I like the countryside. It's where I feel happy. So it's not. I don't like the hustle and bustle of big cities all the time. But I think we can attract people to come, and they feel maybe a little bit more at ease, a bit more relaxed when you've got fresh air and greenery around you, and animals and eating pasture and that sort of thing. So for me, it's where I would always want to be.
Local sourcing gets mentioned a lot in hospitality. What does it actually mean, and what does it mean at the General Tarleton?
I think it's super important. Provenance is an amazing thing. It gives a reason for people to come. I think for us, we try and support as many local people. Obviously, the quality has to be correct as well. There's no point having someone on your doorstep which the quality isn't good enough. You've got to source the correct quality ingredients and be as local as possible. It gives little people some taste of the actual area. Again, anybody can eat Wagyu beef anywhere in London, but you could be anywhere in the UK. For us, if you have a specific breed of animal or a specific mushroom that's grown on our doorstep, you actually get a taste for the area. So then you've got a wonderful memory for the guests to take home. You actually have that little, do you remember those mushrooms? They were grown by those two amazing people, Carly and Ellie, that were like literally 10 minutes away. I think is a special memory for the customer, and fresh is best. If it's grown 10 minutes down the road, pick that morning harvest, delivered to us on the menu that lunchtime, it doesn't get better than that for a chef.
Can you tell us a little bit about Wild Spore?
Yeah, of course. Charlie and Ellie, they're two amazing ladies. I think we were their first ever customer. Just before we opened the GT, Charlie and I, the head chef, went to see the mushrooms growing straight away to build a relationship. And I believe their words are because of the GT, they've been able to expand as well. So it's almost a win-win because they have amazing lion's mane mushrooms, lots of oysters, shiitakes, and they grow all these mushrooms. So all our mushrooms that we use here are grown by these two amazing ladies. So again, our customers can benefit because of the flavour and the nutrition and the actual elegance of their mushrooms. But again, they've been able to grow as well because of our custom. So that's the sort of support that I love personally, is actually having that wonderful connection with these amazing suppliers that we have, that we can actually grow together.
And it's keeping the locals happy, which is really important 100%. When you're in such a rural spot.
Yeah, of course, keeping the locals happy, keeping us happy, keeping them happy. Yeah. It's a win-win.
Would you say that sustainability is more difficult in a rural setting?
I don't think so. I think sustainability has always been something that I personally really care about. It's something that I've always tried my best to work along. I was lucky enough to be invited down to Downing Street about maybe 15 years ago because it was a sustainable thing back then in a restaurant I was working in North Wales. So again, it's something that's always been close to my heart. So I'll always try our best. For wastage is obviously a massive thing. So for us being clever, we've got quite a young team. So again, training the young team on how to utilise produce and respect is a great thing as well. It's not being wasteful with your produce, because there's no such thing as waste if you're a clever chef. It's utilising the peelings to make a beautiful stock or something like that. It's not just going in the bin. You're actually utilising everything. But sustainability is, for me, it's key no matter where you are.
And I guess you're sort of sourcing your food so locally reduces food miles, so that all feeds into the sustainable ethos.
Yeah, exactly, and 100%. I think that all counts. I think that's all really important, and it's something. Obviously, you've got Chef Tommy Banks that grows most of his things on his doorstep, so obviously it's very close to Tommy's heart and always will be. And I think we've just been inspired by that as well, and we try our best to try and get as many things on our doorstep.
And what dish would you say best sums up the General Tarleton? This is a tricky one.
Absolutely. I mean, it's when we first was talking about the menu, Tommy and I, Tommy was just like, we think we should put soufflés on the menu, and soufflés always give every chef the heebie-jeebies. It's one of those things that obviously they're either great or they're not. But Chef Tommy was like, okay, why don't we put a cheese souffle on the start and then have a sweet souffle at the end? I was just like, right, not only are we doing one souffle, we're now doing bookend souffles. So I think people wouldn't be overly happy if we took the cheese souffle off the starter. It's something we've always had a form of on the menu. We've changed it to seasonal garnish. So I think people come here knowing that they'll get a great cheese souffle. And then we've got some amazing protein. We actually cook a lot of fish here, even though obviously we're a good hour away from the coast. But we sell so much monkfish. We do a beautiful barbecued monkfish with a really nice butter curry sauce. All that, we sell that a lot, and then a lot of people come here for a simply beautiful grilled piece of halibut with some fries. So it's an elevated fish and chips, if you like. So it's just beautifully caramelized halibut with some wonderful sea vegetables and caper lemon butter and some fries. So one of our biggest sellers.
And I can see the treacle tart is still on the menu. So
I mean, we could never take the treacle tart off the menu again. It's something that we worked, Charlie and I worked really hard on when we first opened to get, because again, it's simplicity. There's simply three things on a plate. You've got a wonderful treacle tart. You've got an acidic fruit, which is either a plum or a peach or something like that, and then a wonderful clotted cream ice cream. So again, you've got nowhere to hide. And when people try and eat it, it's either delicious or it's not. So it's something we're very proud of, and something I don't think we could ever take that off the menu.
And how do you balance refinement with familiarity and sort of those more fine pub dishes with, I guess, classic pub grub like the chicken and the leek pie?
Yeah, I think it's down to ingredients and quality. I think it's the standards that Charlie and I have come to in the kitchens that we've worked in. So for me, just because it's a pie doesn't mean it can't be the best pie.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you can buy, the best meat you can afford, to cook it to your best abilities, and obviously it'll elevate. We've got something called a mega pie here. Again, you've got roasted sirloin through there and some wonderful vegetables, great pastry, some bone marrow in the middle. And again, people come here and they absolutely adore what we call the mega bites as a pie for four. Again, and a lot of people have said it's the best pie they've ever had. So it's one of those things that just because it's something that's your parents might have cooked when you were a child doesn't mean you, as a chef, you can just elevate it by using different techniques, buying the best ingredients and just cooking to your best abilities.
So is it your second guest chef tonight?
Correct.
Why did you decide to launch a guest chef series so soon after opening, I guess, and why was it the right time?
I think it's inspirational for everybody. I think guest chef series, I think it's one of those things that inspires the whole team. Obviously, it's an amazing thing for our customer base, and obviously we're going to have a lot of very happy people leaving here tonight, I have no doubt. But for me, it's amazing for the team. We had Chef Lisa Allen on the very first one. Lisa used to be my boss, so I used to be head chef in Northcote. So again, it was amazing. I met Lisa in 2010 when we were against each other on Great British Menu. So again, I've known Lisa for a long time, but to share the kitchen with her, 11 years later, again, was an amazing experience. But Lisa was a Michelin-starred chef. She came in, and then she obviously inspired the whole team. We've got Knox, who's an absolute queen of pastry. She's like literally industry legend of what she does. So again, these are the sort of people that I want to show the team. This is our pioneers. These are the people that we buy their books. We basically follow them on Instagram. When they come into the kitchen, you can get inspired not only from how they cook, how they present themselves, of how they hold a knife. There's so many little details. It's not just about what goes on a plate for me. And I want my team to look up to these people and think that's where I want to be in 5-10 years time or something like that. But
who's the chef after Knox, and when is that happening?
So in September we've got Chef Angela Hartnett, which for me is iconic.
Yeah.
There's not many bigger chefs in the industry. Again, when I did Great British Menu for Wales, Chef Angela was my mentor. So back in 2011 she was there, and then I won the Ramsey Scholarship back in 2006. She was one of the main judges then. So again, she's been around my career a lot, but again, I've never actually shared a kitchen with Chef Angela.
So exciting.
So honestly, we are so happy. Charlie, the head chef, is ecstatic. He's
better not be ill that day.
Absolutely. He would crawl out of bed. Like literally, he's been talking about Chef Angela because I think she's just an icon of what she does.
What do these collaborations bring that normal service cannot? I guess you've spoken about the inspiration, but it kind of opens up to customers coming and trying something completely different.
Exactly that. You're giving a different offering. You're giving people a different reason. I think these days you can't take anything for granted. I think it's trying to attract your customers and give them a reason to come and spend their hard-earned money. I think having a guest chef series is that sort of midweek thing that, you know, people will literally knock sold out straight away. So Lisa, I have no doubt Chef Angela will sell out in seconds. It's one of those things that people see this little thing in the calendar, and you know, they'll come in. They want that experience of having somebody who's based in London for Knox and Angela up in rural Yorkshire. You know, it saves them a trip down there. So you know, it's giving people a really good reason to come out. And again, it's amazing for all of us as well as our wonderful guests that will experience it as well.
Are guest chef collaborations commercially worthwhile, or are they sort of more about relationship building?
I mean, it's definitely both. Definitely 100%. I think it's relationships are super keen. I think that the hospitality industry is very tight. It's something I've always done my entire life. I wouldn't ever do anything else. Obviously, it attracts. We've got a full restaurant tonight on a Tuesday night, which again is phenomenal, you know, for business and success in hard times to try and be successful in the hospitality sector. I think having these wonderful little things that will attract people out on a Tuesday night is for me is key.
What makes a chef the right fit for the General Tarleton, and how does it inspire the team creatively? I guess you've touched on that a little bit, but why was Knox the right fit, and Angela and
I think we're going for different styles. Obviously, you've got in the three that we've just spoken about, they're quite different in how they cook and how they run a kitchen, I guess. So for us, we didn't want to have the same all the time. I think it's quite important to have different styles of cuisine and personalities as well. And I think it's obviously Lisa is again a massive household name. She's every single thing she touches is gold. I've been lucky enough to work with for many years as well, so I know how amazing she is. So as soon as she walked in, people were just like, wow, this is cool. When Knox arrived yesterday, again, she brought loads of energy. Again, we're super excited to see her making this viral burger pies today, because that's like super amazing. And again, Angela, anything I know already before she's even here, anything she's going to cook is going to be so flavor packed and inspirational. And she's one of the best Italian cuisine cooks, even though obviously she's English, a little bit of Welsh as well in there. So it's, for me, you've got amazing personalities, but they also are the best at what they do as well. So again, they're coming in and they're showing us different techniques. And I know that we're going to make a wonderful little tortellini with Chef Angela. So again, it's watching those little fingers doing perfection every single time, and she'll probably make a few hundred of them with her eyes closed, and it'll be completely natural. And again, we'll try and do it, and I'll be like, oh my god! But again, it's, even if we learn one little technique, for memories, that sort of thing, every time we do it here, we'll always remember Chef Angela's what it is now.
Can you tell me what winning Australia Dam's Top 50 Gastropubs Want to Watch Award meant for you guys internally?
Honestly, it meant the world. I was lucky enough to actually be at the award ceremony, so sort of like I went down there to pick it up with Scott, and Chef Tommy was already down there because he was cooking the food. But when I brought the award back, and it's pride of place in our bar now, it just meant the world, because again, it was it's obviously very difficult to open a brand new business. You're working extremely hard. All the team are going above and beyond of what we expect on a day-to-day. So everyone's giving 110% every day. So you just get a little thing like that. You just think it was worth it, because suddenly, when I was sat down in London, you're looking around in the room, and there are massive legends within that room. So for us to be in and amongst these people is a privilege, and for us to have this award meant a lot to everybody.
I'm so glad. And has the Want to Watch Award changed how guests view the pub?
I think it gives you a little bit more credibility, I guess. I think obviously, we have an amazing reputation, but I think if people hear about you, and obviously it's well followed on social media and stuff like that. So again, within chefs, if people are looking at the top 50 and they see the ones to watch, they're like, oh, I might go and try there. So I think we've had some amazing, we've been lucky to have some really cool chefs come to eat with us as well. So I think it just puts you in and amongst your peers. I think these credible people that the top 50 has given this prestigious awards to. I think just being in and around these amazing industry icons like Devonshire, it doesn't get much bigger than Chef Ashley Palmer was. I started at the Fat Duck in 2006 when he was still there again. So being around him was outrageous. Being in the same room as him and being having similar accolades. Obviously, he was number one. for us means a lot.
Yeah, just confirms that you're doing everything right.
Of course, I mean, everything right is always, it's one of those things, you try your best every day, and that's all you can do, is you can give your all every single day, and just keep polishing, keep trying to be better. It's at 1% better every day.
What advice would you give another rural pub that wants to improve its food offer?
I think every pub is different. Obviously, you have to true to yourself as well. I think sometimes a lot of people cook for accolades rather than cooking for what they truly believe in. I think you've got to be true to yourself and understand who you are. It's a difficult thing to know who you are. But here at the General Tarleton, I think we have a style, we have an amazing team. I think we started to understand what we're doing. We're established now. So it's difficult. It's one of those things that a lot of chefs will always cook for the guides, which is a difficult thing, and then it's a dark spiral sometimes that when you're out of control and you don't truly understand who you are. So I think it's being true to yourself, buying the best quality ingredients you can, cooking it to your best ability, and get the best people in your team as you possibly can, because you can't do everything yourself. We're super lucky that we have an amazing team here, front and back, everywhere. So again, it's choosing the best people you can as well.
Makes sense. What investment has made the biggest difference operationally?
We've recently invested heavily in the terrace outside.
I saw that. It looks amazing.
So we just need some British sunshine.
Yeah.
So outside is looking absolutely beautiful. So again, it's for people who want to come out and have some food and a beautiful spritz outside in the glorious sunshine. I think that's going to be amazing and really key for us to have a successful summer.
And it's the biggest umbrella I've ever seen in my life there.
Honestly, when I first joined here, Chef Tommy and I opened it up, and I was just like blown away. I was just like, this is like, if there's a big gust of wind, this is going.
I thought you could just fly away if you held on to that Mary.
It's huge, but I think we just need a little bit of sunshine to justify putting it up now. So hopefully British weather could be kind to us.
Where do you hope that the General Tarleton is in 5 years' time? Still firmly here?
Absolutely.
Anything?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think if we're still here in 5 years' time, that's a successful story in itself. Obviously the industry is a very difficult place, even more so these days. I think a successful story is being in business for 5 years. That's an amazing thing. For me, it's being renowned for quality and for delicious food. I think it's something that's very, very important to Chef Charlie and I, is that when people go in with your first fork or your first spoonful and you think, wow, that's delicious, and then you want to eat more and more and more. I think it's sometimes something people forget, is making food as delicious as possible, because it's fancy towers of nonsense, but it's for me, it's making sure that we cook the food every day to be absolutely truly delicious, and being a successful business with people that keep coming back to see us, because it's the biggest compliment any customer can ever give you is repeat custom. So when we see amazing people and faces that we recognise, we'll never take that for granted. As people coming and having us as their local, or having us as their celebratory place to come, or anything like that. So again, it's in 5 years' time we'll be a successful business, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Finally, what would be your ideal death row dinner? So starter, main, dessert, and drink.
Right.
It's tricky.
I think starter, I would just love to have a load of barbecued shellfish, scallops, langoustine, sort of a bit of lobster. Why not? If there's no budget, I'm going
no budget.
Here. Oh, let's go for it. So all the wonderful shellfish out of the sea, and just beautiful garlic butter or something. Maybe a little pizza garlic bread or something. Main course would probably be a roast chicken dinner. I think it's one of those things that
the classic
is amazing when you get it right. Like, when you get a perfectly roasted chicken, it's delicious. Perfectly roasted potatoes, a little bit of potato, a little bit of vegetables on the side, and then I would shave black truffle all over it just because I can. And then for me, sticky toffee pudding is my absolute.
Can't go wrong.
Chef Charlie makes an absolute world-class one here. Again, with ice cream every time. So I like the hot and cold, and then a gin and tonic. Monkey 47 gin and tonic on the side. It's not the biggest pairing ever, but for someone who doesn't drink that much, I think G&T would be amazing. But I think I'd be happy with that.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Alan. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe.